Now, police strikes have been banned since 1919 amid fears of chaos and lawlessness.
But now the police body, the National Police Association, is challenging the century-old restriction, arguing that officers should be allowed to join a trade union, potentially paving the way for legal strikes.
So should police officers be allowed to strike? Well, joining us now is the former London police officer and director of the Law and Order Foundation, Norman Brennan. Norman, where do you stand on this?
Well, I've always been against the police striking for the simple reason is that if the police no longer police the streets, the public and victims of crime have no one to protect them. However, I completely give my complete reverse opinion now. 100% I believe the police service should be absolutely able to strike. For the simple reason is they failed by absolutely everyone. The Police Federation, their own bosses, the Independent Office of Police Conduct leaves officers dangling. It destroys officers' lives and careers, often under investigation for years. The Crown Prosecution Service do the same. The criminal justice system fails the police, victims and the public by releasing persistent and serious offenders day in and day out, so the police do nothing more than actually chase their tails. The criminal justice system is in chaos. And I say this ashamedly. I've been a police officer for 31 years and in law and order for in the region of 40 odd years. I believe that the police service are not just broken, they are shattered. We need a root and branch overhaul of British policing if we've got any chance of the police service giving anywhere near the service that the public and victims require.
Well, look, I hear that. I kind of second it in some respects, but the reality is if the police are allowed to strike, and I think it was in 2013, they tried to ban the ban on strike action, they tried to be allowed to strike again. But the truth is, if they do go on strike, sadly, the place will be completely lawless if it isn't already. But I do take your point, but is that the right way to fix the situation, by allowing them to be able to strike because they've been failed?
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
No, I'll reverse that question as well to you and all the viewers. And it's this. Last year, 50,000 police officers were assaulted. 9,000 police officers resigned last year. They threw the towel in. And recent research says that 29% of all serving police officers are looking at resigning in the next 12 months. Do you know how many police officers out of 143,000 that is? It's nearly 42,000 police officers. Police officers are broken, and I'm telling you how serious it is. it angers me, really, to have to stand up for the police like this. They are failed by just about everyone. They've become the Aunt Sallies of society, and they've reached the point now where nobody cares about them. They don't care about their welfare. I've just told you how many people were assaulted. 100 police officers since 2022 to last year committed suicide. Over 200 attempted to commit suicide. Who the hell cares about police officers? And I'm that angry. I'm telling you, I'm that angry. I've been thinking about it for 4 hours driving back from Lincolnshire, how the police get up every day and they stand between good and bad, right and wrong, and for that they can never win. So we reach the point now where if the police have to resign, and not resign, if they have to actually take this sort of action where they actually strike, I promise you this, and sadly, nobody's going to take any notice. This country will descend into anarchy within 7 to 14 days, and it will be then that the public and the government and the criminal justice system realise the value of policing. Does it really have to come to that?
And yet, Norman, for the best part of 107 years, we've had a settlement in this country where senior figures in the government, where the Police Federation and the bodies that preceded it, where all of these individuals backed the police. Is it right to throw the baby out with the bathwater, undo the settlement that worked for this country well for decades, and completely throw it away, introduce trade union politics into our policing, political policing, which I don't think anyone wants to see? Is that really the solution here? Or is there a better way? To return to how we treated the police in decades past, where we have government ministers and others who actually support our officers?
If that's what it takes, yes. If it means this country descending into anarchy, which I do not want, and it's not why I'm on here, but they have been fouled by everybody, Tom. They have been fouled by literally everyone. You talked about 1919. That's when the Police Federation was set up to represent its frontline officers, constable to chief inspector. That inspector was promptly sacked. Do you know who the second police officer in history was that broke from the ranks and risked their life and career? It was me. When I was a serving police officer, I saw what was coming. I saw the knife crime epidemic, the gun crime epidemic, shoplifting, street crime, all the crimes you see today. There are thousands of interviews that I have done whilst a serving police officer, actually warning and highlighting. I told them about the perfect storms. No one listened and acted. The perfect storms come. I'm telling you now, as Britain's leading law and order campaigner of almost 50 years of policing and law and order, we are on the brink of anarchy, and the police service are the ones that get the brunt of it all. They've had enough. They're sick and tired of being pushed to the limit, committing suicide, attempting to commit suicide, years and years on under investigation, and nobody bloody cares about them. I'm that angry. Why? Because I speak to police officers every day, strong policemen and women that eventually are broken and throw the towel in. And these are the men and women that you and I and everyone listening to needs to walk the streets and protect society. They've had enough, and that's how bad it is. I'm 100% behind the striking.
Norman, we hear you. I kind of agree with you in many respects. I think there might be a better way than striking, but I would like to see the police being treated respectfully and have all the things that they need to do their jobs properly. Thank you very much, Norman Brennan. He is the former London police officer and the director of Law and Order Foundation. Thank you so much, Norman. Thank you for those